Hey Taurus, Island Turtle here. Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is the I almost said weekly. It's not weekly. It's a monthly. The monthly in general tarot reading for Taurus. Wow, that was hard to get out of my mouth. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter. Or if you just resonate with Taurus, you were just called here. Hello, welcome. The readings I do, they are intuitive channelings. I am an intuitive. I am a seer. I am a lot of things, and so the messages that come through are directly coming through via source. And the cards are just here for fun confirmation, really, is the only reason why I use them at this point. But I hope you enjoy this reading. And don't forget, there's a part 2 over on Patreon and Vimeo. Links are below for your convenience. Taurus, let's get started. Oh, by the way, when I say monthly, I mean once every 30 days or so, depending on what's going on in my life and the world and whatnot. But anyway, let's continue. Taurus, you got a fun vibe going on here. It's like it's mischievous, which is very interesting because normally I'd say Gemini, so maybe you got some Gemini placements. But you got a little bit of like childlike, fiery, mischievous energy going on. Like you're kind of like this, like you're kind of giddy too. It's like it's an interesting vibe for my Taurians. I also feel like you're seated deeper in your body than you normally are. Like I'm getting like sacral, which would make sense if you're like in play mode. That's very much the sacral. And it's, Taurus, guys love the sacral. You're Taurus, you're Venus Earth. You love that stuff. I'm also hearing creature comforts as well. Enjoying creature comforts, maybe enjoying your home a little bit more, enjoying things that really add to the physical experience of your life and your senses. Food, music, soft things. I don't know, I just got soft things. Maybe enjoying like soft blankets or something. That's interesting. Or maybe you're petting like your animal. Like I just got like soft. Interesting vibes with you. Interesting vibes with you. Let's go ahead and pull some cards. Now, Aqua, when I did the Aqua reading before you, and the deck that I've been getting to know and working with wanted to work with Aqua so bad, and I'm tempted to use it for you. No, it's a no. That is a no. But they wanted Aqua, and Aqua got them, but not yet for my Taurians. So we're actually gonna go with the Dreams of Gaia tarot for you. So yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Any messages or insights for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? Yeah, I'm getting a lot of sun and fire with you, but again, childlike. Mischievous is also a word that keeps coming up. Like maybe poking at people a little bit, but like in a playful way. I'd be mindful about that because I can feel for some of you while it's playful, there might also be a little bit of passive aggressiveness where you normally wouldn't act on it, is kind of what I'm getting at. Like, yeah, it's like you're getting a little bolder. You're feeling a little bit more bold in expressing yourself and like acting out things that you want to do or things that make you feel good. And for some of you, I almost feel like pent up frustration, maybe a little bit of anger and resentment, and you're kind of like, I'm gonna poke the bear. Like, but you're kind of doing it like in a playful way. I think it honestly, maybe in a way where you're kind of justifying your passive aggressiveness, or it's just your inner child acting out on your behalf. But I'm getting a little bit of acting out energy with you. Not necessarily bad, it's just what I'm picking up on. Okay? All right, let's continue. Any messages or insights for the Taurians? One more. Thank you. Okay. You could be dealing with somebody in this energy too. Be mindful because when I'm picking up on energy, it's not linear, right? It's like, so this could be somebody in your field or someone even you're picking up on. Some of you guys, it's someone you're picking up on. Interesting. Ace of Swords in reverse. So this is not seeing something clearly. Not wanting to. I'm getting a pushback energy, like a resistance to communication. Some sort of, is it communication or is it just knowing? Hold on a second. They're saying it's communication, like very clearly it's communication. So yeah, Taurus, that's kind of what I was getting. It's like your inner child is like having fun. You're getting bolder. You're feeling a little bit more confident in like acting out is what I'm getting. But that could be really good. That could be just like you're playing more. But I do feel a little bit also of like, I don't know how to say this, so I'm just going to poke the bear. I don't know how to tell you the truth, so I'm just going to act out, right? Like you want to, but for some reason there's resistance. And like I said, somebody could be in this energy towards you, so something to keep in mind. It feels very childlike. So this literally could be your kid, right? Am I taking that? No. Okay. Because they keep getting mischief. Keep getting mischief. You could also be really connecting to your dragons as well. The dragons just really sticking out to me. And Taurus, you guys are, I think you guys are really close to Draco, if I'm not mistaken. So you could just be very connecting. You could be also connecting to your dragons as well. Dragons sometimes like to do that. Sometimes. Any messages or insights for Taurus? Ooh. Death and rebirth. There's a change in the midst here, Taurus. And you don't know how to talk about it. That's what I'm getting. You don't know how to talk about it, but you're just acting on it, on this change that's happening with you with that death card. I feel like you're going through mood swings too a little bit. Yeah, so Taurus, is really interesting how this is coming out, because clearly there's something going on internally with you, or you're coming into some sort of awareness of like a shift that's happening in your life or even needs to happen, but there's resistance in talking about it. There's resistance in like putting it out on the table, which is not very Taurian. Well, I'm not going to say that. I find Tauruses are direct, but I find Tauruses are direct. They're direct, but they might not necessarily be like big talkers, you know what I mean? Like the strong silent type is what I think of Tauruses, especially like Taurus men. But anyway, I'm sorry, I'm getting carried away. Yeah, you're not talking about this directly. I feel honestly, Taurus, I feel like you're trying to deal with it on your own, and maybe you're not supposed to. Maybe you're not supposed to deal with it on your own. I do feel like you're clearing a lot. That frog is also really sticking out to me on top of the skull. I've never seen him there before, ever. But frogs are like about emotional clearing and cleansing and moving on to the next thing and not getting stuck in your shit, basically. Yeah, I feel like you're trying to do this alone when you don't have to, but you also don't know how to talk about it. And I can feel your inner child wanting to act out. Interesting. Let's keep going. Can I get one more for Taurus, please? Three of Cups in reverse. You're trying to do this alone. I honestly am just getting like pulling away from people. Like whatever this shift is, it feels big, and it feels like, again, it's affecting your inner child. And I feel like you're not trusting people with your process, let alone talking about it to people. Like that's what I feel. But your inner child's like, I feel like your inner child's encouraging you to do that though. Like no, go and engage with that person, but it's coming out like acting out. It's coming out like acting out or mischief is how it's like kind of manifesting, is how it feels to me. And again, it could be vice versa. It could be somebody who's in your life who's acting like this. Like the ego is saying, don't trust that person, don't talk about this, or even just maybe you just can't find the words to talk about this. But your inner child's like, honor it. Honor it somehow. You know? Your inner child's very jumpy. Like that's what I keep getting with you. Very, very jumpy. Anything else for Taurus? Okay, we got another card out here. Ooh. Ooh. Well, I just got chills with that card. Interesting. All right. So it's just a lot of energy, so I'm just sitting with it for a second. So I was live on Patreon earlier today. I'm recording this on Sunday, the 6th of August, whenever you come across this. And we talked a lot about the masculine collective and some of the stuff that's going on, and I feel that here. I definitely feel that here with the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. The 10 of Wands in this deck I really like, because the 10 of Wands speaks to mastery. Mastery of a skill or mastery of self or a phase of work. But the 5 is pretty typical compared to the tarot version. It's about conflict, right? I mean, look at that. They're ready to fucking hit each other in the face. Like, they're ready to go at it. this shift feels like you are moving into a next evolution of self. Um, but I feel such resistance. Like I almost feel like it feels like masculine and masculine to me. So that's how this could be manifesting externally. Like the acting out could be rubbing up against other people's masculine energy and creating tension and conflict. But I honestly feel like it's coming from your inner child. I feel like you're fighting your inner child. I feel like your inner child is like, speak on it, go do this, go do that, go, 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 go. Like very antsy, very restless. But then another part of you is like, no, you're fighting your own inner child. Oh, there's so much coming up there with that. What I'm about to say, you might have to sit with a little bit. Some of you are treating your inner child the way that you were treated as a child, like in an oppressed way. You're trying to oppress your inner child. You're trying to suppress your inner child. You're trying to fight with your inner child and almost like dominate it. It feels like you're trying to dominate your inner child and your inner child's fighting back. Maybe in a way that you didn't fight back as a kid, and who can fight back as a kid. But that's honestly what I'm getting here. Like you might have had family dynamics or even friendships where they tried to dominate you. And you're a freaking Taurus. You can dominate a Taurus, right? Um, oh, big dynamics there. You're fighting your inner child the same way that you were treated and fought with, suppressed, dominated as. You know what I'm trying to say? Um, so your inner child's acting out. And that might literally act out in your behavior with your relationships. But what it comes down to is express. Express. Do not allow yourself to be dominated anymore. And don't dominate yourself either. Very interesting read. I'm going to keep these on the side. Not that they're not part of the reading. I just like, this feels like a little like, hey, here's a layer of what's going on, right? So I'm just going to keep them on the side here. I'm sure we're going to get cards for them. I'd be shocked if we didn't. Overall, the scribe, oh man, Queen of Water, the mother, Cancer. The scribe is like the Knight of Swords. It's like Gemini energy, but it's the gatekeeper of truth. All the knights in this deck are gatekeepers. The scribe is the gatekeeper of truth, of information, of communication, and then we have the Queen of Water. This feels like what you need to communicate to, or who you need to communicate to in a way where you feel safe. It's the child seeking out the mother. It's the child seeking out the comfort and safety of the mother. That's what your inner child is looking for. Like you, like telling you, you can express yourself. You can tell people what's going on here with you or what you're feeling, but you need to do it with people who are safe to do it with. Like gatekeeper of truth. This truth can come out, but only to the right person or people. And it is up to you to discern that for yourself. And this could even be for some of you manifesting in a way where you're learning to be your own mother, which like isn't, I was gonna say it's not as fun. I don't know why I wanted to say it that way, but that's what I'm getting with that. And I think you know for yourself who that Queen of Water is. Maybe it's your partner, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's like a counselor, like a therapist, right? But it's somebody who is compassionate, can hold space, is nurturing, loving, unconditionally loving, not judgmental. It's that kind of vibe, like someone who does feel like safe, emotionally safe. But man, you are fighting yourself, Taurus. You are fighting yourself, and yourself is fighting back. Like, it's so clear. And this could be manifesting your external reality. I keep getting like masculine on masculine. I keep getting that because it's the masculine part of you that's like trying to dominate your inner child. And your child's like, fuck you. You're not going to do that to me like the way everyone else did that to me. That's how it's coming out. And then how that can come out in your relationships is like you start lashing out with other people in ways that you didn't even potentially expect, like kind of mood swingy. And then people are like fighting back. But it's to show you that mirror of how people have dominated you and how you're doing that to yourself in your inner child and in your feelings and your emotions and in communicating your truth. Whew, Taurus, big reading. Big reading. Where are we? Oh my God, we're 15 minutes. Shit. Let's keep going, man. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Um, yeah, we're gonna do the animals. We're doing the animals. Yeah, we're doing the animals. Wild unknown animal spirit deck coming in here. Oh, Taurus, can I give you a hug? Can I give you a hug? And by the way, this doesn't have to be like with men. It can be, but like I mean to other people's masculine energy. So it could be two women, two men, men, women, etc., etc. Right? Wow. The dragon wanted to come out. I don't know if you guys saw that. Okay. Any messages or insights for Taurus, please? Yeah. On the Ace of Swords in reverse, we have mouse anxiety about communicating and withholding truth. Because also when we hold back anything, that also builds up energy. And we're like, builds the tension, builds the tension, builds the tension, builds the energy, anxiety, right? Got a lot of anxiety about speaking your truth. But that's because you don't feel safe. And you keep telling your inner child, like, no, no, no. Because as a kid, maybe you weren't safe, and maybe that's exactly the response you got was no, 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 right? Don't be a truth teller. Some of you guys, that's part of it. Maybe as a kid, maybe you're just always a truth teller, but as a kid, you're like, truth teller. And your family's like, no. Shut up. Stop it, right? A lot of anxiety with expressing the truth here. Who did I just do? Aquarius. You might want to watch Aqua. There were some interesting similarities going on in Aqua with these cards. You now have Unicorn and the Camel with this shift, this change that you're experiencing, that you are feeling, that you know is coming. The Unicorn is third eye energy. It's third eye chakra, right? So a lot of truth, a lot of seeing, a lot of knowing, a lot of intuiting. It's the very Aquarian card. It's very much like the seeing what other people can't see. Excuse me, energy. Feeling what other people can't feel. Believing the impossible is possible. But then you got this Camel. Camel's very Virgo, and it's got a time and place, right? Camel is very much like, I know the resources I have at my disposal. I know what I got to do. I know how to use them. I know how to it's like 40 days, 40 nights in the desert, and I'm going to like sparse things out, like very much like routine, scheduled, that sort of deal. Sometimes it can also be very much survival mode here, and that's what I feel like is happening. You're shifting out of that. You're shifting back into the magic of life. You're shifting into the unicorn. You're shifting into the magic of life here. It's a big change. Shifting back into light. It's beautiful. All right, moving on. Anything else for Taurus? With Three of Cups in reverse and Cheetah, getting a couple things with that. Definitely getting a running away from people. Like I'm definitely feeling that. Feeling like running away from people that where you do not feel safe. I do not feel safe with you. I'm gonna run in the other direction. Bye-bye. See you later. Right? Oh man, there's a big antsiness there too. But then I also am feeling that urge of the inner child, like go and get involved, go and engage, go talk, go. Yeah, I want to get one more. Can I get one more for the Three of Cups in reverse, please, for Taurus? Where are we? Oh my God, 20 minutes already. Can I get one more card? We got Fox. That's the trickstery energy. That's the mischievous energy. So again, it's like you're feeling a little triggered by people around you because your inner child is encouraging you to talk, to share, to get involved, to embrace your light, embrace your magic. And then there's a part of you can say it's ego, you can say it's your masculine going like, no, we're not doing that. And then here's how it's manifesting. Mischief. I want to run, I kind of want to avoid, but I'm also kind of irritated and angry and resentful. So poke. It's kind of funny, actually. You gotta laugh. And what's interesting too is all these other cards have like this like black background, this like darker energy around it. Not that dark is bad, it just is. And then you got this like vibrancy coming out with how you're reacting to people around you because of what's going on internally and this like building up of energy. And it's trying to come out. It's trying to come out. It's trying to be worked out. Um, let's continue. Fox is trickster, for those of you guys who don't know. Sorry, I know I kind of glossed over that really fast. A lot of energy is starting to gain momentum in this reading, so just flowing with it. Any other messages or insights for Taurus? Feeling fire ant. Show you that in a second. There's that sacral. I knew it. Sea serpent, sacral energy. It's getting churned up. It's getting churned up. It's getting activated. I can feel it, Taurus. You guys do have a lot of anger and resentment going on in your sacral. So much going on in your sacral that I feel hasn't been tuned into probably in a long time. Because it's definitely where I can feel your inner child is sitting, but it's also where our passion is. And what's the flip side of passion? Anger and rage and resentment. And it's almost like you haven't allowed yourself to feel those things in a while, probably out of self-preservation. But now your inner child, for some of you, it's like this like masculine part of you. Some of you, it's actually your feminine. Interesting. They said, don't forget, it's like a spectrum of energy, right? Is like, fuck that. I'm smiling and I'm laughing because you know what? Like, first of all, you gotta laugh at this shit. Sometimes you just gotta laugh at the roughness of life, but it's time. It's time, Taurus. Yes, it's time. Let this energy be what it wants to be. Express it. Get there. Go there. And maybe you need time, and that's okay. I'm also noticing how many chakra cards you have. So one with the unicorn, it's like that third eye energy. And now you got this fiery, watery, sacral churning happening. And then overall, look who came out to play. The dragon with the solar plexus. And Taurus, you guys are a sign that you guys don't fuck around, right? And I feel like I'm looking at a Taurus who forgot that about themselves a little bit. Like, you forgot you don't fuck around. And you've forgotten how much your inner child was fucked with, was dominated, maybe abused, neglected. And it's like, it's interesting because I feel this shift with like your energy of oppressing, punishing I keep wanting to do this, punishing your inner child to being like, oh no, I'm supposed to stand up for you. I'm supposed to stand up for you. I'm supposed to stand up for you, which is you standing up for yourself. And it's interesting. I can feel these like little little phases of work starting to happen. And then I think you're going to realize that, and like you're going to look at people around you who have been abusing your inner child, the way that you've abused your inner child, the way that it was abused, right, by people around you, and being like, no. That's a shift I'm seeing here. It's like, oh my God, it's like I can feel it. It's like really powerful. It's like you're going from seeing this shift, feeling this shift, right? Starting to feel like that stuff come up out of your sacral, starting to feel that inner child a little bit, but still feeling really anxious about talking to anybody about it and trying to do it by yourself, and starting to feel and recognize like the people that you're actually not safe with, and it starts to trigger you more, and it builds, and then you're like, I'm going to stop punishing my inner child. I'm going to stop punishing myself. I'm going to start standing up for my inner child. It's powerful. It's powerful. And remember, being the gatekeeper of truth here, right? And only delivering the truth of how you feel and what's really going on to people that you know, that you are discerning, that you're safe with. It's powerful, Taurus. I got chills everywhere. It's powerful. I mean, God, look at the freaking dragon. The dragon comes out, again, representing the solar plexus, but also being able to see through bullshit, being able to see through veils. And look, underneath that, we have shark, perceived threat. You're going to know who is a threat and who isn't. And you're not going to be moving into all this anxiety about it anymore. But it's like, right? It's a phase of work. Wow. Okay, I got to get into part 2. I'm spending way too much time here. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Taurus, I'm going to see you guys on the other side. And if this is where you depart, or where we depart together, if you're only watching part 1, I'm excited for you. And I hope this was helpful and insightful and fucking empowering. I can't stop cursing today. It just is what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I love you guys. Take care. I'll see you soon.